Hi, how you doing? Welcome back to another banger of a video here, Hamman Nation. We're going to be taking a look at the new DMZ update coming on February 15th. Alright, this is going to have everything to do with the new DMZ update, okay? Let's hop right into it here. Alright, the path to Season 2 DMZ update. New exclusion zone is coming to DMZ along with several other important changes. But ensured weapon slots and permanent unlocks are here to stay. Read more about what is coming to DMZ in Season 2 here. This is what we got, alright? Hello DMZ community, it has been a thrilling first season of DMZ as the team at Infinity Ward has watched and played alongside with you. We've watched players chase weapon cases, hunt enemy squads, solve Building 21, and explore many locked spaces in El Mazrah. We enjoyed the heart-pounding exfils, the daring boss fights, and the chaos of contracts against the impending radiation. We celebrated your clips of proximity chat and the assimilation feature to group up and work together, or not work together. As we look ahead to Season 2, we want to share more details on what is coming with our growing DMZ ecosystem and how we plan to continue evolving the experience, alright? Now we got Season 2 locations. We got Ashika Island. The Ashika Island map is coming to Warzone 2. It's a brand new exclusion zone for DMZ. Players will infiltrate on the shores of the island before making their way inland. Infiltration is under heavy fog that can impact combat by providing cover for both operators and occupying forces. Shadow Company. But what could they be doing here? There is much to discover in Ashika Island exclusion zone, including a new weapon case, a new boss, the Bomb Maker, new locked and dangerous spaces to access and explore, and more. Alright. And then we got Building 21, which we were already introduced to. In Season 1 Reloaded, we introduced Building 21 with unique access card and a timed infiltration window. Season 2 missions have operators return into Building 21 as another exclusion zone option. If you need access cards to Building 21, be sure to seek out the following in either El Mazrah or Ashika Island. SAM site crates, chopper boss crates, buy stations, legendary orange crates. Operators should be prepared for heavy resistance in Building 21. It's recommended you gear up before heading to this location. I don't know if any of y'all ever played the Building 21, man, but that shit was intense. It was a lot of fun, but it was intense. It was great. Alright, now we're on to El Mazrah. There are developments to explore in El Mazrah as well, with updated intel including the crash of an unknown aircraft at the Sadiq Cave complex. The fight between White Lotus and Region rages on. Perhaps operators can take advantage of this inner faction and animosity. Now we're down here. We got refresh and reset. Alright. I think this is something completely new. We previously announced that Season 2 will include a reset and faction mission refresh. Here is exactly what entails. Contraband weapon inventories will be rolled back to the starting weapons. Nice. Key inventories will be emptied. Okay, so you won't have Building 21 keys anymore. Faction missions and mission progress will be reset to make room for updated mission set that incorporates all exclusion zones. That makes sense, right? Makes a lot more sense. Last week we confirmed ensured weapon slots unlocked through previous faction mission progress will not be erased. However, if you did not unlock an additional ensured slot in Season 1, and the new Season 2 requirements to do so should take much less time. For clarity, on any Season 1 progress, all Season 1 mission and boss enemy rewards, for example, previously acquired El Mazrah weapons case rewards will not be reset, with the exception of contraband and keys. That's fair. That's fair. Seems a little bit reasonable. Why are we doing this refresh? Mission progress in Season 1 got too difficult too quickly. With Season 2, we're making sure each mission's challenge and time requirements are more balanced. The key stash will now be able to hold specific mission items that you must gather from one exclusion zone and bring to another. This allows us to have longer from missions that utilize all of our exclusion zones. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. With the new mission set, we can employ multi-location missions that send players to Mazra, Ashika Island, and to Building 21. The mission refresh is made up of new missions, updated missions, and missions we felt worked really well from Season 1. To complete this reset, DMZ may have to go offline for a few hours ahead of the launch of Season 2. We'll be sharing details and timing on that soon. So it seems like that's going to be a big update there for DMZ. Probably bigger than Al Mazrah, to be honest, in Ashika Island. I think it's going to be bigger than Warzone, so that's going to be something to be looking forward to, I think, in this very soon future, in about 2 weeks. Alright, we got the new faction crown. Okay, redacted. Modern Warfare 2 owners will now have access to mission orders from brand new 4th faction, Crown. This British group is shrouded in mystery, but they have certainly piqued the interest of the Black Mouse. Again, this faction will only be available to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 owners. Okay, so like if you're playing it for free, you don't get it. That's fair. That's a good perk for, you know, the people that actually bought the game, right? Like, it's about time they get something, so that's good. That seems fair. Fair and reasonable. Alright. We recently detailed some of the changes coming to DMZ in Season 2, but we are including them all here as well with some additional context. Alright. We got enemy tuning. In Season 1, the AI in DMZ were challenging, but the ramp up difficulty was often steep with some players. Getting overwhelmed with Season 2, we've introduced a number of balance changes to adjust the types of AI spawning, the number of AI spawning, and the accuracy of the AI at range, and much more. All of this should provide a challenging but manageable play space that still requires player respect of enemy combatants in the DMZ. Dev update. We can assure you the AI combatants in DMZ will still not be taken lightly. Fair. But they did need a nerf, right? Like, they were a bit much. Alright. And we're into spawn points. We're tuning some of the info points across Al Mazrah for improved early match experience based on gameplay data. Starting at a point at which your squad feels isolated or without loot and contract opportunities is not the best experience. These tweaks should improve spawn points across the map. Dev update. In addition to moving infiltration points, we've also made changes to exfil, boss, and dead drop locations across Al Mazrah. You know, not bad. Now we got the mission difficulty tuning. Data and feedback reinforced that the faction mission difficulty ramp was too aggressive for many players, and that the demanding scale ultimately made it very challenging to unlock the second insured weapon slot. Completing all Tier 3 missions in Season 1, we have adjusted the overall scaling of the difficulty in missions. As the tiers progress, later tier missions will still be quite challenging even for the experienced operator. But we believe more straightforward access to an additional insured slot will provide a better path forward for all players. Crashes. We know crashes are especially impactful in DMZ if you lose your items and contraband weapons. As a result, addressing these crashes is a priority for Season 2, and we are committed to increased stability. We heard that one before, haven't we, guys? Come on now. We all know that. Now we're talking about future seasons. Future seasons will bring more changes and new content to DMZ. While DMZ is still in beta, our hope is to continue getting feedback to shape the future iterations of the game. We do not intend to apply a mission refresh every season. Instead, we're excited to try different approaches each season to continually improve the DMZ experience. More to come on this in the future. We're excited for you to jump into Season 2 on February 15th. Stay up to date on all things Modern Warfare and Warzone 2 by following the Infinity Ward and Call of Duty channels. And most importantly, stay frosty, my friends. Alright, And that covers everything that we need to look out for DMZ in the future update, man. So, without further ado, your boy, Hamman Nation, sign off, and until next time, stay frosty.